how'd you do it, girl?
But
how'd you do it?
See the girl. For the lady,
the lady
can
fine.
have sex the whole night.
Yeah.
The lady is
But
fine.
getting the man to be on board with that.
So the problem is the man, not the lady.
Hey, because the lady can sustain that.
You've
and
never,
even more. Anyway, on to our next story. So there's this Hollywood reality star. Sijui kama mnamjua anaitwa Lassa Pippen. So she's divorced now. But she claims that when she was married, she used to have sex 4 times a night for 23 years. She was married for 23 years. Sawa. She was married for 23 years. And every night when she was married, alikuwa na have sex 4 times.
4 times a night.
A night. Hata si day.
No,
mchana hatujui, lakini siku
usiku
ni mara 4
times a night. Nakaa tu chini na shanga. Okay. For you girls maybe inaweza
bado inanilemea.
So ni 24 times. How many days do you have in a month?
31. Let's work with 30.
Okay, 4 times 365 days.
4 times 365. Alafu
and then it's times 23.
Kumbe hesabu ni rahisi hivi. 33,580.
Damn, wow. That man has stamina.
Hey.
Nikuulize.
How'd you do it?
Reason yake ya divorce ilikuanga gani?
Reason ya divorce, they had a difference in opinion, I think.
Probably cause
difference in wanaitanga nini? Irreversible differences. Tukaa hiyo.
Okay.
But I highly suspect ni mwanaume alichoka. This was yani kuwa mtu
33,000.
Hey.
Unless this guy was being paid to have sex.
No, it's the husband.
Yeah, even if it's the husband, cause if you're a man now, let's assume the Kenyan you're working 9 to 5. So obviously during the day uko office.
No, this guy is a footballer.
Oh.
Footballers do go for training.
Soccer.
Okay.
Now footballers I thought there are times when they're supposed to like refrain from sex and maintain the energy.
Story.
Yeah, like players.
The
there are times when they just need to.
Jina yake tu ya mwisho najua ni Pippen.
Wait, I know. Okay, namjua watu wana follow foot wanajua. I think Pippen. There was a time alichezea West Ham mama.
Mimi sijui.
I know.
Siwachingi futa. Pippen. But personally mimi ninaona history yote ni cap, ni uongo. There's no way someone would have sex 4 times a night for 23 years bila kumiss. There has to be days zenye alimiss. Atuambie averagely 4 times. Like in this
but of funny like mingi. How'd you do it, girl?
But
how'd you do it?
See the girl. For the lady can
fine.
have sex the whole night. Na hakuna
yeah.
The lady is
but getting the man to be on board with that.
So the problem is the man, not the lady.
Hey, because the lady can sustain that. Even more.
You've never had most ladies actually prefer lesbianism because they can have sex for the whole night bila mwisho. But you know, for a man, once a man...
Hold on. Umetoa new concept hapa. What?
No, kwa history amjasikia.
Mimi nasikia na wewe.
Not all ladies have all that stamina, I think.
Uko sure?
Umeenda ngapi zako?
Maximum. Yeah, let us the most.
Since umesema not all ladies zako ni ngapi?
About a night. Okay, like I don't have your energy at every time.
No, we asked for the number.
The maximum why you end up.
Yeah.
A night?
A night.
I'm a day.
Okay.
Let's
24 hours.
24 hours. Within 24 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe 7.
See?
You
see? That's what I'm saying. Hizo ndio vitu ninasema. You people have
on this particular day yenyewe.
No, let me ask you. It was 7. It was this one man. That's another question we have to ask. Because 7 is a big number for 24 hours. So we just need really to confirm one thing. Because if it's this one man
for 24 hours, mad respect.
Really
whoever you are,
hebu
nipe camera.
In any case, ukiachana na huyo mtu, utafute. You'll never find anyone kama huyo tena.
Yeah, but that is a lot even for me. Like I feel like sometimes yes, kuna those days, but then after that you it's not something you keep up with. You know, it's not something that is every day. Me 7, I'm at 5, I'm 4 every day. No, like you can't be counting. Yeah, so there are those times when you go without with your significant other. There are those days when you just do it once. There are those days when you do it like thrice.
Were you marking like an anniversary or was it a special day?
I don't know. Hiyo siku tu.
Ama kuna
that day.
No, venye kwanza anaiweka kwa kichwa. Visualize that day. Anaiona tu. Anareminisce.
Yes,
that was nice.
Yeah, also there are couples that take pride.
That was nice.
There are couples that take pride in being very active wakiwa pamoja. Wanakuanga like, by the way nikiwa na wewe. Tunasukumanga hii gurudumu ya sex.
Nice.
Yeah, they take pride in that. Lakini 4 times every night, no stop.
And on to our next story. So, on to more serious issues, Oburu. Sawa.
Mbona mimi ndo
more serious issues kwa sababu wewe ndo unatupeleka deeper and deeper into issues hapa. We move on. So the Communications Authority, after the demonstrations that happened last week, so the Citizen TV, all the media stations in the country, they aired the demonstrations. Now, Communications Authority of Kenya is threatening to revoke their licenses, to shut them down, because they air demonstrations which incites fear and incites violence in the country. And it goes against programming code, that which all TV stations subscribe to. Yeah, some people say it's infringement of freedom of the press and freedom of expression. Politicians, stakeholders in the media ndio wanakuja, especially politicians in the opposition, led by Raila Odinga. Yeah, they have come out kusema that is trying to suppress the freedom of the press. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Do you know how dictatorship starts? Control the media. Once you control the media, then it means you have control over what the media needs to show and what media doesn't show. You remember during Moi's time, this when we only had KBC.
Yeah, they called it VOK.
VOK, Voice of Kenya. Ulikuwa na exist your time?
No, I just know. Okay, I know my history. I know my history.
Ningesema basi faces do lie at times.
I know my history. I was in mzee.
Wasi mzee. Na ndio maana ningesema ningeshangaa. Yeah. So I really feel, because for the CEO or whoever it is who gave that order, it's an order from above. Si Kenya ameamka tu akaamua afanye. Because again, you see this protest thing, to be honest, the government didn't expect it will take the turn it took last week on Monday. And so they are trying to look of ways to tame it from happening. So they think that if the media doesn't show the people what actually is happening, then iyo umfi yake itapotea. Unaona? But what they forgetting, there's TikTok, there's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's Twitter. Actually, see, watch news Twitter before to watch news kwa TV. So if you are kaweni fan wa Twitter, hauhitaji kuwatch hata news. Then unajua ziban Twitter.
Yeah, of course.
We have Elon Musk huko.
Yeah. Musk will decide what to do.
Na Kenya venye knowledge tuko nayo, huwezi kuja ka Uganda useme ati Twitter inabaniwa Kenya. You never do that.
You will face now those demonstrations
you not face them proper. Because hapo so unajua na wale wenye wenye ujificha nyuma ya keyboard. Sasa unataka uwaone.
Unataka kutuona.
For the very first time you want to see us. So, but I really feel that is a very, how do I describe it? like it's uninformed, not informed, uninformed, like move, because the reason why we have media, so as they need to tell us what is happening, that now hawezi have media only to show us good things or bad things.
But you have to treat it as it is.
We can't say that showing us demonstration is a bad thing, because demonstration is something that is, or protest is something that is written somewhere in our constitution that is allowed.
It's a right
that Kenyans have as citizens. So telling us that it was illegal, then I really need to tell Chiloba, the CEO is also Chiloba. Like maybe he needs to go back and read the constitution again. Probably he was not there when it was being drafted. Then again he needs to go to the people advising him, because I feel like he's being advised in the wrong way.
Personally, I think here there is need to strike a balance between ethics, because now this is a dilemma. Even for the TV stations, because the programming code says something and then the constitution says something else. Right now, the constitution says the media is our watchdog. So it tells us things as they are and the truth as it is without giving opinions. Si kama sisi, hao wananga opinions. Hao ni, kama mtu alirusha mawe, ikatoka hapa, ikafika hapa. That's it. So that is the work they do. Now, there is this aspect of the programming code where they need to avoid airing any program or any images that may incite violence. And I do understand where the CA is coming from, the Communications Authority. They may use that against the TV stations. But at the same time, the Constitution protects these TV stations because they have to air that. They are protected, and sisi kama Kenyans, we have a right to know. So then I think it's a dilemma that needs moving forward. Waelewane wajue what is to be aired, what is not to be aired. So moving on to other stories, still on the same about government and politics. So as we know, recently the president appointed 50 chief administrative secretaries to his cabinet, and the parliament saw it fit. It doesn't have to vet them, so they can be sworn in, and the president did so. But there is a court ruling that is barring them from assuming office because there are petitioners who are petitioning, saying that the president went against Article 10 of the Constitution, which says that the chief administrative secretaries can only be 23, and the 27 slots created are not in line with the law. So right now we have 50 CSs who have been sworn in, but they can't assume office because they are unconstitutional. Munasemaje kuhusu story?
You go first.
Nienda wa kwanza? Oh, sawa. Sawa.
Comments fupi.
Hey, like kuna vitu mbili naweza sema. Previously tumesema the constitution is the Bible. Is the Bible of the land. Sahi, see the president went ahead na walikuwa sworn in. Sindio? So kumaanisha only by that the president already act as if he's act against the constitution, which is trying to tell us he's above the law. Kitu wa pili, mi nimekuwa against history yote ama CS toka kitambo. It doesn't make sense to me. It's a lot of money being wasted. Sisi tunaendelea kuumia. Nimeona sijui this energy whatever the inaitwa EPRA imesema from April 1st tutaanza kulipa more for electricity. The president aliamua kutoa subsidies. Alisema subsidies are the cost, na alisema venye alizitoa in August hakutaikuwa na rise tena na zinakuwa. Instead ya kuchukua hii pesa yote kupea watu wenye hakuna kitu wa maana wanaenda kufanya, mbona usichukue the pesa uiweke in form of subsidies, which won't even come in as a loan, but at least at the end of the day mwenye ana benefit ni the common mwananchi, the mama mboga, the boda rider mwenye ulisema unatetea. So it really shows us hata sisi watu waninia to make sense. Kitu wa pili niliona post. There's this lady anajita Honorable Jacqueline Mwenesi Lukalo. Hata sijui mbona anatumia the name honorable. Alipost hiyo siku yenye alikuwa na anakuwa sworn in. From a nominated MCA to a chief cabinet secretary. Aki God, I don't know what I lack words. Bullshit.
Oh, I've seen that post. We just called it bullshit.
Yeah, mwenyewe hajui hata post anapewa CAS in full inamaanisha nini. Anasema chief cabinet secretary. What does it mean? In full CAS, like whatever.
Chief administrative secretary.
That really is evident. You're giving people who even does unapea mtu kazi hata ajui yeye ni nani. That shows you how much fucked up history yote inakaa. Plus the allowances. Then iliona the review ilifanyika na SRC. They were previously supposed to be paid 765,000, but now they're going to be 780,000 monthly.
That's a lot of cash.
Yet the other time tulikuwa na walimu wa ECD wenye walikuwa na claim sijui analipwa dongapi monthly. So between our CS na ule mwalimu anafunza mtoto wa ECD, mtoto ndiye anaingia shule nani hata inafaa alipwe mingi.
The teacher.
Like generally mi kuimalizia tu acha niseme we have a government that has misplaced priorities, that is disorganized, everyone within it is disorganized kabisa sijui like this government is just fucked up. Yeah.
What do you think,
Well, as a political as I am, nimesikia very ignorant words, ignorant words from our leaders. Na sasa tunaona mpaka them acting out of so much ignorance. At this point, I think unaweza sema they are testing our patience.
Okay.
Okay, see where you are heading.
Na unaona for example history ya maandamano. Sasa ni Monday na Thursday. Tukiendelea hivi like maybe itaendelea si ndio? Maandamano. I can see a scenario where more people are finding a reason to actually now go into the streets and actually join hiyo maandamano vizuri sana, even across the country, not just Nairobi anymore. So I don't know, tread carefully.
What tread carefully?
Well, when it comes to appointing people, you appoint based on merit.
Yeah.
Right? So when you check all these people who have been appointed, regardless of what the Constitution says, just logical sense, these people are previous politicians who have been rejected by the people.
Failed politicians.
So why would you appoint people who have been rejected by the people to work for those same people? It doesn't make sense. Going now to the Constitution and what it says, I think whoever is going for that petition is actually right, and the court is actually right to bar the assumption of office by them. Because right now you can't tell me the Constitution says 23 and you appoint 50 and expect just us to go about life the way it's supposed to. So I think that action is needed. That action was actually very, very, very needed. Yeah, moving on. Tumesema comments fupi. That's good.
Story hata inabo.
Inachosha
tu like hivyo vishachosha watu sana.
So moving on to another story inachosha akili bado. The DCI still on the demonstrations last week, the DCI posted some photos claiming that these are photos of people who they are investigating and they are going to be following up and they will be arrested for causing violence during the Monday 20th demonstrations. Okay. So people have, of course, Twitter inaitangwa ni KOT hawalali. They went out there wakatafuta hizo picha and they found that hizo picha actually ni picha za kitambo. Some of them are not even from Kenya. Some of them are from outside the country. Yet the DCI's official Twitter page daily post those photos claiming these are the people who caused violence. And then there is now an uproar from me, from her, from him, from all of us, from you. Mimi nimechoka na hii country. Yani bad news after bad news after bad news.
Hakuna good news hata siku moja bwana.
Hakuna kitu nzuri.
Like but yo movie ya stunt yenye DCI ilipull ni mbaya. Ama watatuambia ati account yao ilikuwa hacked.
I don't.
But I guess
that would be a wild excuse.
How do investigate accounts za wenye zimekuwa hacked?
Walikuwa nafikiria Wakenya watajua.
No, I think unakumbuka nasemanga whatever this government doesn't know, they're not dealing with the same people they dealt with even last year.
Time election.
They're dealing with a totally
different mindset.
People with a different mindset. Watu wenye ako informed. And you know, Twitter tuko na DCI. Yeah, Twitter too.
Yeah.
So you never just post anything on Twitter, then udhani itaenda hivyo. Like there are people wenye wanakujua kuliko venye unajijua. But for DCI kupull such a stunt, it really shows you like how much disorganization is going on there, and it now even gives us more reason to believe most of even easy cases tunasikia correlated na DCI, watu wakicomplain they're not taking actions and whatever really makes a lot of sense, because there are a lot of cases that have been going on like this is not something we are going to discuss today, but something history yenye the Jeff yenye may happen a few weeks ago. So you know your story
inaenda
nilieka kwa mkono ya DCI. So instead ya kushughulikia vitu za muhimu kama hizo, the best they can do ni kuja na kupost picture fake kwa official Twitter page yao. At least ukipost, niliona zingine hata za 2018. We don't even know if these people still exist.
And you're posting them.
Yeah, so I really feel this is misleading the nation. And now you see venye ishakuwa unearth that ni uongo. Believe me, whatever Wamucii just said, like this government is continuing to give the opposition more numbers on the streets in the coming demonstrations and your plan ahead.
I think it was a plan to discourage people from going to the demonstrations.
But not
in that process now, wamejidunga kisu because now people will now see it fit now to go, like, because remember, if you're using images of people, that means you're accusing them falsely, saying that ni wow. That goes against the law. You are there to protect the law, but you are now misusing the law and accusing people falsely. So hapo DCI penye muko
pelekwe koti basi.
Penye muko. But sasa how, because you know these are normal people. These are people from normal citizens. Kenya wa kawaida ama Mozambique wa kawaida maybe. Amechil tu pale. So they don't have the resources to sue DCI. But then that tarnishes the name of DCI and the trust that people may have. The little trust that people may have when DCI inaenda ikipungua every day.